How is everyone doing today? Today I will be making an authentic New Orleans red beans and rice. Okay, these are the items I will be using. They will be listed in the description below. Okay, here are my 2 pounds of red kidney beans. I am going to sort them and rinse them before placing them in the pot. Okay, as you can see, I have sorted through them to make sure there's not any stones or anything in the back. And I added just a little water to them just to kind of rinse them off just a little bit. But you do not have to wash your beans, and you shouldn't have to soak them, especially if you're cooking them the way I am today, which will be in a crock pot. Okay, I've placed a little oil in a pan. I am going to fry up my Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity is bell pepper, onion, and celery. It's one of the staples of all of Louisiana, whether Creole or Cajun dishes. I've created a video explaining more about the Holy Trinity and how to prepare it. The link will be below if you're interested. Okay, I'm not going to fry this too much, but I do want it to become translucent. The seasoning tends to take on a different taste once it's cooked to a certain degree. Okay, it becomes sweet, bittersweet. I guess if I had to explain it. In the meantime, in between time, I will start adding my herbs and spices. So what I'm going to start out with is about 4 or 5 bay leaves. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic. Because beans are known to cause gas, I'm going to sprinkle in 1/4 of a tablespoon of sugar. In the meantime, I'm checking in on the Holy Trinity. It looks about ready. Smells great. Like this alone smells great. Okay, people will pass by your home and assume you know what you're doing just when you're just warming up the spices, the herbs and spices. And now I'm going to continue adding the spices and seasonings. Okay, and now the only thing I need to add to this would be the meat and water. And we will allow this to cook for 9 hours. It is 9:30 a.m. This dinner will be ready by 7 o'clock. I am preparing to slice and dice the sausage in order to place in the red beans and rice. Let me just say that if I was in Louisiana or anywhere close, I would have been able to purchase andouille sausage. Unfortunately, the only andouille sausage I can even get anywhere in this area would be something by High Shear Farms or something like that. And trust me, it is not the same. Andouille sausage is usually something freshly made, and instead of something mass produced that might be sitting on shelves for months at a time. Okay. Everyone in my home enjoy eating meat, and therefore I don't make the sausage too small, and I do not make it too large neither. Okay. You can cut it up a little smaller than this. You can actually take these size and actually cut it in half if you like, but there's no need for me to do that in my home. Now sometimes I do, like if I didn't have enough meat You know, if I didn't have enough sausage, then I would make it stretch by cutting them up smaller. If I was serving a large group of people, I would definitely chop this up a little smaller. Now, when I say smaller, I don't mean in little tiny pieces, but I would take something that's this size and I would cut it in half. And it would, the smallest I would go would be something like this. Okay. You want people to see the meat. You don't want the meat to actually cook up in the pot. These beans, this is 2 pounds of red beans, and most of it will be gone tonight, but there will be a little left over tomorrow. I think my family, we eat about 1.5 pounds. A 1.5 pounds before anyone is wondering, is there any left, right? So with that said, make sure when you're cutting your meat that you're careful, okay? You do not want to hurt yourself. You don't want to cut your fingers off. You really just don't want to hurt yourself, okay? Just take a look. I've just added the meat. I stirred it up a little bit. As you can see, I've added water to the pot as well. And I'm going to tell you, it smells so good. I can smell all the spices. Everything I've added to this pot has an aroma. And it smells good. Yes, it smells like something that will have you relaxing. I guess the bay leaf with the other spices and herbs, it just smells great. Okay, as you can see, there's 21 minutes left. But they're done, and they smell delicious. You can smell them from outside. And that is your New Orleans style red beans and rice. Well, here is my red beans and rice, New Orleans style.